And now it's been barely a week since the US and Turkish presidents met in Washington, and already things are moving to increase trade between the two countries. The Turkey-US Business Council is holding its meeting in the US capital right now. Now, trade is currently low, worth about $17.5 billion last year, and that makes Turkey America's 29th biggest destination for its exports. And America is Turkey's 5th biggest destination for exports. Well, the United States is both Turkey's greatest purveyor and customer when it comes to the arms industry. Edis Tianshan is in Washington for us, and he is with Howard Beasey, the president and CEO of the American-Turkish Council. Edis.
Well, exactly. This is the 36th annual conference on U.S.-Turkey relations, and this is considered a highlight event, especially among business circles. But it is so significant that also some of the diplomatic and military officials are joined at this event. And to get a better understanding, I'm now joined by Mr. Howard Beasey, the president and CEO of the American-Turkish Council, the host organization. Now, can you take us through some of the participants that will be here in the next few days, and what kind of goals and objectives do they have here?
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure to be here with you and join you and get the chance to talk about this a little bit. This event, as you say, is one of the seminal events on U.S.-Turkey relations and has been in existence for 36 years now. I would challenge you to find another country that that the U.S. does this sort of relationship with. But we have the highest level officials of the U.S. government, the Turkish government, that come and attend, along with the business community and all the key industries and key leaders in the business community. This year we're joined by the acting Deputy Secretary of State, Mr. Tom Shannon. We've had the Deputy Assistant Secretary for European and Eurasian Affairs, Jonathan Cohen, join us this morning. The ambassador from Turkey is here, Serdar Kılıç, and many, many other leaders in the business community and government military as well.
And what kind of an effect do you think this will have either at the Capitol Hill or among the business circles, and also specifically what is being done about the imbalanced trade between the two countries?
Well, the effect we hope this has is to bring a balanced perspective of the U.S. and Turkish relationship, to highlight some of the existing cooperation that goes on between Turkey and the United States in the economic and investment arena, and to highlight and talk about and have an earnest and honest dialogue about the challenges that exist between Turkey and the United States today in the diplomatic and political space and in our strategic front. So these are the goals of this conference. At the end of the day, this is a business conference. This is about bringing together businesses to establish new relationships, to reinvigorate old ones. On the trade imbalance that exists currently between the two countries, what we see is really a lot of opportunity for Turkish industry, a number of different sectors. In the past, we've mainly been dealing in defense trade between Turkey and the United States, but over the past 15 years, the Turkish economy has blossomed incredibly in a number of different sectors. And so we try and highlight some of those. And these are ICT, this is the construction sector, this is the retail and manufacturing sector. So we'll have sessions over the next 2 days that will cover all these different topics and sort of launch us into the rest of this year as we continue to do this. And we'll be back here again in just a year's time frame to continue this dialogue and very important relationship.
Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. That was Mr. Howard Beasey, the president and CEO of the American-Turkish Council, the host organization. And we've heard that one of the very specific objectives they have is to help move the trade volume between the two countries, with what used to focus decades ago just on the defense sector, is now moving on to different sectors as well. And now remember that this is significant because it's barely a week after the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's visit, and it's also significant because currently the two countries are grappling with some serious political conflicting interests in terms of either Syria or the Gülenist movement's continuing residency here in the States. So they hope that some of this business efforts will help compensate for those bitter relations.
Edis, thank you so much. That was great. Still ahead on the